Alright, now we're going to move on to painting the Red Warrior Optimus Prime colors. I've already primed all the parts and I have it separate, but now I need to work on little ones that I think I can work with immediately. For the most part, the white parts I was going to paint it white, but since it was going to clash with the other white parts, it didn't look right. That and the fact that I think the shoulder armor, which right here, does represent like the where the you know, the side, what the hell you call it, the part which represents the, it's in the tip of my fucking tongue, and I'm looking for the smaller Optimus Prime, which I can't find right now. Here it is. These little fuckers right here. The parts for the smoke stacks. That's what I was gonna say. Or the, yeah, the smoke stacks, you could say. Or the no, not the smoke stacks. I think it's called the muzzle stacks or the vent stacks, or you know what I mean. These little two silver parts right here. This kind of reminds me of that. So, not painting it white, I think I'm going to chrome it up. And since all the other parts look like they need to be chromed, I'm going to specifically select a few parts that need to be chromed up. So, I've already glossed these parts with gloss black, and just applying a little bit right here at a very, very low setting. I will chrome that up. Look at that. I'm going to let it dry a bit, and then I'll redo it again. I'll give it another pass. Just little parts that needs to have this. Yeah. And now that's okay. Shield, of course. I don't have to worry about wasting all this because this is just the last of the chrome that I have from Alalad 2 paints. And so that's a one pass right there. The thrusters, of course, definitely need to be chromed up. Good. This little front vent that's in the front part, I'm going to chrome this up. Yeah, that's good. And yeah, I'm going to do the star too. I think that's pretty much a given right there. Now I have a lot more chrome left either way, because there are parts of the inner frame that I definitely want to touch up a bit, give it a little chrome look. Now I already did this one on the sword. I'm going to give it another pass as well. That's nice and shiny right there. So let me finish this up and then we'll move on to the next stage of the kit. Okay, next color we're going to do is going to be the red, number 3. Let's see how it looks. Make sure I clear out all particles off the part. There we go. I'm going to give it a light pass first, just to give it the overall coverage, and then I'll do another one later on. Here's part of the chest part. Now, yes, the kit has a two-tone red color, but I'm just going to do all red. See how it comes out. Well, not all red, you know, just the red that's required to make Optimus Prime look cool. Alright, let's work on this guy. And give it an overall pass. And then of course once this dries, this part has to be masked off after I'm done with the red, because this part here has to be painted the white color. Part of the shoulder. Did that already. Let's do... oh yeah, the other part of the shoulder. Alright. Now, there is one thing that I was a bit concerned that normally a lot of people are stickler for this, and when I saw this, I was about to do this right now. If you look at this part right here, there's a seam line. I don't know if you guys can see it in the light. Let me give it a pass with the paint. Maybe you could see it there. It's like right in the middle. I was going to sand that off, but then I realized, wait a minute, that's the part where the this part right here, the one that I just did, the first one, has that rear thruster part, and that's going to be covering it. So I said, you know what? I don't need to sand that off. It's going to be covered, so no big deal. What's another part here that needs to be sanded? Okay, there's the shoulder. This part right here. Good. So yeah, and then let me just do this back part here. And like the front part of the chest, I have to mask this off and then paint the bottom part white. Do we have anything else? Oh, this is part of the waist part right there. This is the red, of course. Here is the forearm. Make sure you paint the leading edges, because you never know. And there's another one here. Oh yes, this is from the inside of the shoulder. Okay. I have more parts to finish here, so let me paint them. Let me give it one pass, and I'll give it a second pass to make sure the colors are even, and then we'll move on to the next stage. So the next color is going to be white. And we have very few parts that require white, but it's all precision in a way, so there are certain things that I have to redo, or cover up twice with the white colors. Like this one, even though it's primed, it shows a little bit of red. I will just give it a pass for now. A light pass until so that the color sinks in. I know that the light on my camera may not see it well, but it's covered up pretty well. And since these are I primed it with gray, I can see the difference once I pass it with the white. Now, even though this is easy, the difficult part is, of course, these, which I did have to put in, tape. So let me put this here, where I can grab it, because it's everything under that I wanted to paint. And this one I may have to do double because it's all red. So I'm just going to give it a light pass for now. It's a little bit too watery, I guess. There we go. So that's just only for now, but I'm going to give it another pass in a few moments as it dries. The other one is this part here. Should be fine. So you guys get the general idea of what I'm doing, as you can see there. Alright, so let me finish up the remaining white parts, and then we move on to the next color.